Hello everyone, my name is Tim Goertz, and in this introduction video I'm going to tell a little bit about my background, about the project, the AIM project that is going on to help you with your productivity, and the mindset shifts that are included upon that, including some methods, habits, and some softwares. So you're going to get a lot of value within this specific video as just a free piece of information that I'm putting out there. I first want to start with an introduction of myself. My name is Tim Goertz. I am from the Netherlands, and I have been educated as an electrical engineer. And I've done that after 3 years when I noticed that I felt very much overwhelmed by all of the noises, all of the notifications that were happening nowadays, especially now with social media coming up and everyone is experiencing a very full mailbox, including me. Um, Based on that, I started researching productivity, action management, management tools, tips, tricks to see where I could improve upon. And while I was doing that, while I was learning such a skills, I noticed that my life became better, became more structured. I started experiencing more freedom, more personal growth. So I used that level of productivity to enhance my personal growth because there were a lot of things that were happening in my personal life. And right now, I'm at a phase where I am comfortable with sharing this for multiple people online, publicly, giving courses to help you out with the same skills that I have gathered in the meantime. So that's one. That's kind of the background. Um, right now, I am having a second brain methodology. So this means to externalize all of your thoughts into a digital system. In this case, this is a Notion system, but you can use paper notes as well, bullet journal, just write down a piece of paper, stuff like that. The project that I'm working on is called AIM. AIIM. So that stands for Action, Information, and Insight Management, with the goal of aiming up. Because many of us are experiencing a lot of projects that we want to do, or at least in the ideal situation, you are that kind of person that wants to create the world, the reality around you in your image. And this program, the AIM program, is fully focused on getting you into that reality quicker. So the action management is to be in control over all of your actions that you have going on in your life. This in this includes you escaping that feeling of busyness, that feeling of being busy in general. That you feel like that time is the most limiting factor. If you can escape that point, then true magical things can happen. So that's the first one. That's action management. And the second one is information management. And within the information management, there has been a mind shift for me personally, as in organize your information based on the goal. What do you want to achieve with this piece of information? Because in the past, we have been educated as in the school system, as in if you're receiving something from biology, then you put that piece of information in the subject of biology or physical exercise or now the AI or something else. We have the tendency to do. That's at least what I see with a lot of people that I teach, that I consult, is to organize our information based on the subject instead of what do you actually want to achieve with this piece of information. This is fully based on the PARA system from Tiago Forte, Projects Area Resources Archive. And with that mind shift in mind, you can organize your ideas, your thoughts, your information into a digital system and then connect that to your project. What do you actually want to create in your life? So that's the second one. And now we go into the third one, and this is called insight management. Because especially in my past as an engineer, you think that the world is made out of facts and logic and yeah, facts and logic. That's most often what I thought that the world was consisting of. And what I noticed is that people have different belief systems, different levels of understanding upon the world, and that kind of led me into managing my insights. As you might know me personal already or in one of my videos, I often talk about listen for insights instead of listening for agreements. Because quite often, when you're having a conversation with someone or even a discussion, perhaps, and that other person is having his argument or his point, that you're either you want to agree with him or you don't want to agree with him, as in, yeah, this is true or this is not true, and then you discuss that fact. The challenge itself is to be in that state of curiosity, as in, how does someone else look at this specific fact? Um, I personally do that with all of the books that I gather, with all of the information that I'm processing, because I don't read books anymore, I process books. And being in that state of, how does Tiago Forte look at this specific thing in the world? Or how does, um, I don't know, Napoleon Hill, how does he look at the world in that moment of writing that book? And that idea of managing your insights or managing your belief is within the Zettelkasten method. So that means that you are building your ideas, your information, no, sorry, your insight from the ground up. As in, what do you actually believe the world to be true? Is this really true? Is this really a reality? And once you start writing down the beliefs that you have upon your life, sometimes you see connections of NLP and meditation, for example, or NLP meditation and brain capacity of Limitless of Jim Quick. And you notice certain patterns, and then you're writing down ideas, insights of, I think this pattern is connected to this pattern, and this pattern is connected to that one. From that place of curiosity. Because then you're dropping that notion of you needing to be right, and then you're switching to that position of, yeah, how do I think about this? Like, what is actually my belief of this being true? And what I personally noticed in my life, in my conversations that I have with people, is that it was a mind shifting uh, shift upon how I deal with interactions with other people. Because in the past, I had a conversation with someone, and then I wanted to tell that person, as in, no, no, this is not correct. You're having a mistake there. And now I am in a place where whenever I hear something, I'm curious, as in, what makes you believe this to be true? Like, really being curious. Sometimes there is something, so like, wow, if you believe this, then, ooh, this it's creating such an insight that I have while being curious for someone else, how they look at the world. And I notice it for myself that my depth of understanding of this world actually becomes bigger if I listen for insights instead of for agreements. Because then you're stuck in that positive bias movement. So that's basically the third one, the insight management. And right now, I'm actively working on publicizing my idea, my projects, my concept of uh, productivity, second brain methodology, uh, PKS, personal knowledge system, on teaching people that to externalize their thoughts, to be fully here in the present right now. This creates massively uh, levels of freedom. It's unbelievable. I can't even describe it. Because like some of the gurus mentioned within meditation, for example, Sadhguru, I saw his name recently, Sadhguru, he says, you're not your body and you're not even your mind. Now, what exactly does that mean? How I see it, so please listen for insights if you're listening to this, even if you agree or disagree, please listen for insights. How I see it is that ideas come to me and I am the observer of my own ideas. So I am something that is beneath that feeling of I am my body and I am my mind. I'm the one that observes that state. This is kind of in line with a lot of the spiritual connections. As an electrical engineer, I was also very interested in the quantum physics idea behind that, but that's a different topic. So this means if you are not your thoughts, if you're not your intellect, if you're not your body, then it is externalizing that idea, thoughts, actions, goals that you have in an external system so that you can be fully here in the now, in the present. So, with that in mind, I, together with other sources, but I created my own second brain methodology. And within this service, I offer to teach this methodology to you guys. This is fully within the Notion software. I notice it is a place where it's relatively easy to code, to work with tables, to make references and stuff like that. And on the other hand, it is available enough for me to use for my computer, for my phone, and for just cloud based. It's very simple to use. So, this is what I offer. And I wanted to add a little habit that I've um, integrated. That is that concept of a brain dump. And what exactly is a brain dump? In a certain way, your brain dump is the starting point of your whole second brain, your whole personal knowledge system. This is, by the way, in the old days, this was often called a commonplace book, something that the Romans quite often used, and also like having a place where you write down all of your thoughts based on your understanding upon the world. It's really valuable, and the brain dump is part of that. So the invitation that I will ask you guys is start using a brain dump. What exactly is a brain dump? It's wise to tell you guys that as well. It is a temporary placeholder where you put down all of your ideas that you have, all of your actions that you're thinking about, all of the worries that you have in life. This could be a fight that you had with your partner. Write it down. Write down the stuff that you wanted to say in that specific situation. Write down the fact that you still need to grab bananas in the supermarket. Write down the fact that you still need to pay a certain bill, or um, when you're seeing new clothes, make a screenshot out of that and put that into your brain dump. Because later on, based on that AIM software, you're going to organize those pieces of information in a structured way. One practically where to create a brain dump. Me personally, in the past, I had a digital one and an analog one. Nowadays, I only have a digital one. But the analog one was actually like a box that I had beside me on my desk, where I just put on all of my letters that I received, all of the notes that I was capturing, all of the post-its, stuff like that, and adding that into that one box. And after each week, I cleaned that box out and processed that through my computer, through my system, through my actions. So that's one, that's the physical one. And the second one is creating a group WhatsApp for yourself. You can do that on WhatsApp, you can do it on Telegram, or even Google Keep if you like that more. But with the nuance, if you've processed that step into your system, your action information insight management system, then you delete that from your brain dump. I had people that I worked with, and he actually mentioned that he stopped his meditation if a thought of his appeared, as in, I need to call that specific client. He stopped his meditation for that. He wrote it down in his brain dump, and then he continued his meditation. And he resulted, he mentioned as a result, that he actually was able to sleep 1 hour longer and actually more solid each night, because he didn't had those thoughts anymore popping up in the middle of the night, which kind of kept him awake. So imagine that, like, how much is that 1 hour worth of extra sleep each night? It's such a profound state that you can lean into. So this is a little nugget that I want to close it off with. Feel free to check below. I do have a lot of free content available on my YouTube channel, but also within courses here. You can find a specific playlist that I've put together for a certain price, like fully standalone. You can do it yourself. And also part of that is the accountability group that I'm offering, with that idea of helping you out with the questions that you have, and like tuning into little combining of the coaching, tuning into, okay, what's beneath that, what makes you choose the actions that you're currently choosing. Let's actually tune in. What kind of projects are you making? Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.